Hi there! Welcome back to another fragrance review. This is my second one, and we are going in with a brand new fragrance, everyone. This is not an oldie or a goodie, this is a brand spanking new fragrance. This is Dolly Scent from Above by Dolly Parton, and I have a smile on my face because I love Dolly Parton, love her music, but like who she is as a person is what kind of makes us all love her and idolize her. She is a total feminist icon. She's just amazing. A girl boss, if you will, but I know that word kind of has a different meaning these days. But this is Scent from Above, and I got the little sample size for $10. I think wherever they launched it, I can't remember the website, but this was the fragrance itself was done by Scent Beauty, SCENT, just like, a scent. So Scent Beauty did this fragrance for her, and I knew the second I knew she released a fragrance, I was like, man, gotta know what it smells like. So I picked it up, or I had it shipped to me, and yeah, my experience with this one, I decided that I would take this to Colorado with me this weekend to visit my boyfriend for our 3-year anniversary. So it was nice to kind of have a new scent to, test out. This one is boyfriend approved. I will preface this by saying that. I think I'm going to start adding that in my reviews, whether or not my boyfriend likes it or not. So this one my boyfriend did like. Let's get into the fragrance. So I liked this fragrance. I did. It is quite a crowd pleaser. This has a lot of good things happening. Definitely, I'd say spring, summer wear, maybe fall wear, definitely day wear. Let's get into the notes. So, at the top we have pear, blackcurrant, peony, and mandarin orange. The middle notes are jasmine, lily of the valley, and vanilla orchid. So we have some nice florals happening in the middle. And the base is amber, musk, sandalwood, tonka bean, patchouli, and fir. I love how the base notes sound. That's already, I know it's going to go lovely together. So I'm not actually wearing it today. I'm wearing a different fragrance that I'm going to review pretty soon here, probably within the next few days. But I have it on my hand here, and we're going to smell it. You know what? I'm spraying it again. There's still a little bit left in the bottle. So I'm gonna use the remnants. Come on. Okay, nice and wet. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry. But at the top it's like, brah, fruit. Just for a couple seconds though. You're definitely getting the mandarin orange and the blackcurrant and the peony. The addition of the pear gives it a little bit of freshness rather than sweetness, so it's not a cloying, syrupy kind of sweetness. It's very fresh and inviting. Yeah, exactly. And the middle notes are starting to appear, those white florals. They blend well together. Definitely so. And the dry down, you can usually, come back. You can usually smell the dry down on the what is this called, nozzle? You can smell it usually. And the base notes are there. The sandalwood, the tonka bean are really prevalent. The patchouli is a nice addition. Usually patchouli is kind of a hit or miss because some people associate it with like dirty hippies. I usually like it if it's done right. The musk, of course, is there. The musk always tickles your nose. You can always know when there's musk in a fragrance. But what I like about the base is that it really blends well with some of the sweeter notes that are happening. And it actually enhances the sweetness a little bit. It almost gives it this powdery feeling. But there's nothing powdery about this fragrance. At the same time, it's a little bit funny how complex a Dolly Parton fragrance can be. So I was pleasantly surprised at that. Let's come back to it. Yeah, so at this point in time, the middle and the top are kind of dancing with each other. Do you like my nails? I do. And the patchouli starts to come in. And I say that with a grimace, but it's not nothing like that. Oh, how interesting. How interesting. But at the same time, not really. I am overanalyzing a little bit, but off the top of my head, it is a little bit generic. That's not always a bad thing. You know, a fragrance can be generic, but it can also be really crowd-pleasing, really great for a date night, great for... I see this as a summer picnic fragrance. Oh yeah, it's very pleasant. Just like Dolly, it can be worn by anybody. It's so versatile. It's not pushing the envelope in any sense of the word. It's kind of just happy. So I would say it's a happy fragrance. That's a good way to put it. The longevity, I guess we can talk about that. I would say the longevity is not very good, unfortunately. It was pretty short-lived on my skin, so I'd say it's on the weaker side. Not a bad thing. If the fragrance is cheap, you know, you can kind of blow through bottles like it's nothing. So just keep that in mind. The sillage is also quite intimate, which is not a bad thing either. I like a good skin scent, but you know, if I'm doing my anniversary weekend with my boyfriend, I want something that's gonna, you know, and I can go and it's gonna last me a while. So that's the only thing that kind of disappointed me, is that it didn't really last as long. But it's a good skin scent if you're just looking for something that when someone goes in for a hug, they smell something, you know, like Dolly sent from above. All right, definitely a feminine fragrance. Again, take this with a grain of salt. You can wear it whoever you are. You'd think that the patchouli would kind of offset that and make it a little more masculine, but this is not the case at all. The patchouli kind of just like is part of the beautiful choir that is this fragrance. That was a weird analogy. I've been singing in too many choirs. Let's talk about the price value. I actually don't know the price of the full-size bottle, but I got this sample size for $10. If you got $10 to spare, maybe give this a try. I mean, I am starting to, rather than buying a full-size bottle blind, I like to buy sample sizes to kind of test the waters and see if I like it. Any developments? Sorry, I got a Snapchat. All right. Let's, I guess, do an overall review. Yeah. All right. So, when I saw Dolly released a fragrance, I knew I had to buy it. I knew I had to know what it smelled like. So, overall, nice, delicate scent. Something that definitely embodies her, for sure. It's a really nice, it's a balanced fragrance. Very well-rounded. It's got the sweetness, floral, has the woodsy, has some powdery, believe it or not, and it has a little bit of freshness from that patchouli and the fir. It's definitely crowd-pleasing and well-rounded. It even smells a little bit vintage, but not in the unpleasant kind of way where you think like, oh, old lady. It's vintage in a way that kind of, it's like a sweet little time machine that teleports you to, I don't know, Dolly Parton's peak. In the 80s maybe? I'm getting 80s vibes from this fragrance. Yeah, everything is blended very nicely. On the downside, it's generic, it's not too exciting, but I would definitely wear it again, and if it was gifted to me, if I didn't have to pay for it again. Definitely a daytime scent. Sits very close to the skin, is not anything super loud. Overall, it's cute. It's fun. I can't think of any woman who wouldn't be able to pull this off. This is I think Dolly Parton was definitely going for something that would please everybody and that anybody could wear. And I think this is one of those fragrances. If you're just looking for any fragrance with that's pleasant and that's going to give you compliments, this is a good one. This is also probably a good starter perfume for, you know, that girl who's just trying to get into something and kind of doesn't know what to start with something like this. Start with something nice, neutral, not too obnoxious. Overall, it's okay. I wouldn't buy it again, and I definitely wouldn't keep it in my permanent collection, but yeah, I had to buy it for Dolly. Dolly Parton is an amazing human being, and yeah, I think that's it for me today. I think that was short, not short, 10 minutes, but I think that was short, sweet, and new setup, because I got rid of my coffee table. So we are on my window now. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next few days because I will be releasing another review, and this one will be quite a treat because the fragrance itself is quite a treat. So thank you very much for watching.